Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the thrilling and often ruthless world of Grand Theft Auto. Get ready, because we're about to count down the top 5 most ruthless protagonists in the GTA series. Buckle up, hit that like button, and don't forget to click subscribe button and ring the bell for more. Let's get started. Coming in at number 5, we have Carl C.J. Johnson, the main man in GTA San Andreas. He is one of the most complex and evolving characters in the GTA universe. His story covers the whole shebang: family drama, personal growth, and the nitty-gritty of gangster life. CJ hails from Los Santos, a fictional city modeled after Los Angeles. He's part of the Grove Street family's gang, and has a complicated relationship with his brothers and other gang members. It's like a family reunion, but with more guns. After a 5-year Liberty City vacation, CJ heads back to Los Santos following his mother's death. His homecoming is all about reviving his gang and sorting out street wars and some not-so-clean cops. Voiced by young Melee, who also lent his looks to the character, CJ is one of the first GTA-led guys you can customize, from his threads to his physique. Despite his moral compass, CJ shows his rough side in many situations, especially when it's about protecting his fam and gang. CJ commits numerous killings throughout the game. This includes the murders of members of rival gangs, as well as key figures in the storyline, such as Ryder and Big Smoke, his former friends who turned traitors. One notable crime committed by CJ is participating in the heist of the Caligula's Palace Casino. CJ regularly steals cars, both as part of mission objectives and for getting around the city. Car theft is one of the fundamental elements of the gameplay. Early in the game, CJ is involved in spray painting graffiti in the territories of rival gangs to mark his gang's territory. CJ frequently engages in conflicts with the police, leading to shootouts and chases. In certain missions, CJ participates in kidnappings and extortion. Carl C.J. Johnson's actions and story in GTA San Andreas track his journey from a street gangster to a significant figure in the criminal world. His tale is loaded with moral dilemmas and conflicts, making him one of the most memorable heroes of the series. He's not just a gangster. He's a gangster with heart. Taking the 4th spot on our list is Claude, the main character of GTA 3. He is like the mystery man of the GTA series. Unlike other lead characters in later games, Claude doesn't say a word, which just adds to his mystique. Not much is known about Claude. He just shows up in Liberty City, and his past is as clear as mud. The game kicks off with Claude being betrayed by his girlfriend Catalina, pulling him into the criminal world of Liberty City. The creators of GTA 3 intentionally left Claude's past a blank page, so players can make up their own stories. Claude carries out numerous contract killings for various crime bosses in Liberty City. A key moment is the killing of Salvatore Leone, one of the leading mafia bosses. Claude participates in several heists, including a bank robbery. These robberies often involve shootouts and escapes from the police. Throughout the game, Claude regularly steals cars, an integral part of the GTA gameplay. During the game, Claude frequently engages in conflicts with the police, involving shootouts and chases. Claude is involved in missions that require sabotage and the use of explosives to destroy various targets. Throughout the game, Claude commits a series of crimes, embodying the silent but deadly anti-hero of GTA. His actions and silence make him one of the most unique and memorable characters in the series. He's the strong, silent type, but with a criminal twist. Cruising into number 3, it's Niko Bellic, the main character of GTA 4. He is like the Shakespeare of the GTA series: deep, complex, and a little bit tragic. Niko was born and raised in Eastern Europe, in a country torn apart by war. His experience in the conflict left him with some serious emotional scars, and probably a dislike for camping. He arrives in Liberty City chasing the American dream and hoping to escape his stormy past. But surprise, surprise, he quickly finds himself in the city's criminal underbelly. Niko's main goal in the game is to find the person who betrayed him and his military unit. Voiced by Michael Hollick, Niko is given depth and realism, and probably a bit of an accent too. Niko often faces cultural and language barriers in America, adding a twist of uniqueness to his story. Niko is involved in many killings, both contract hits and personal conflicts. For example, he kills Vlad Glebov, a petty criminal and one of his first enemies in the game. He participates in a series of heists, including a bank robbery with other characters. These robberies often involve violence and shootouts. Niko regularly steals cars for various missions or just as a means to get around the city. Niko kidnaps people in some missions, like when he abducts a mafia boss's daughter. He also engages in extortion and blackmail, getting money or information from various characters. Niko takes part in illegal street races and places bets, attacks on police and shootouts. In various missions, Niko conflicts with the police and participates in shootouts, evading law enforcement. Niko Bellic's story and actions in GTA 4 shed light on many aspects of the criminal world and the challenges of immigrant adaptation. His complex personality and motivations make him one of the most memorable and multifaceted heroes in the Grand Theft Auto series. He's not just a criminal. He's a criminal with a backstory.
I killed people, smuggled people, sold people.
And you don't worry about your soul?
At number 2, we find Trevor Phillips, one of the 3 main dudes in GTA 5. He is like the wild card of the GTA series, memorable and as unpredictable as a cat on a hot roof. His style, think extreme, unpredictable, and not exactly the kind of guy you bring to family dinner. Trevor is a Canadian export. His early years were a bit rough, dealing with anger and violence issues, partly thanks to some complex mommy issues. He served in the U.S. Armed Forces, but got the boot for being a bit too unstable. This experience only amped up his aggressive and antisocial tendencies. Trevor dove headfirst into crime, focusing on drug trafficking and arms dealing. He crosses paths with Michael and Franklin, the other stars of GTA 5. Trevor is voiced by Stephen Nock, who also lent his moves and facial expressions for the character. Trevor is involved in numerous killings during the game. For instance, he kills Johnny Klebitz, the leader of a biker gang, in one of the early missions of the game. In one of the most controversial missions, Trevor uses torture to interrogate a man for information for the FIB. This mission involves various methods of torture, including electric shocks, waterboarding, beatings, and tooth extraction. Trevor engages in drug trafficking and operates his own methamphetamine lab. He participates in a series of heists, including a jewelry store robbery and a bank heist. Trevor kidnaps the therapist of another main character, Michael, and threatens him. He often exhibits aggressive and destructive behavior, including assaults on random people, property destruction, and engaging in shootouts with the police and other gangs. Trevor constantly finds himself in conflicts with the law. Trevor Phillips is a complex character who makes you feel a bit scared and a little bit sorry for him, all thanks to his tragic past and psychological issues. His actions in GTA 5 are extreme and shocking, making him one of the most unforgettable characters in the series. And finally, reigning supreme at number 1, the most ruthless protagonist in the GTA series, is Tommy Vicetti. Tommy, the main character of GTA Vicetti, is one of the most memorable guys in the GTA series. Tommy was born in Liberty City, and boy, did he dive into organized crime early. He joined the 4LE family, which is kind of a big deal in the crime world of Liberty City. In 1971, Tommy ended up in the slammer for wiping out 11 people during a drug deal gone wrong. This little mishap earned him the nickname the Harwood Butcher. After chilling for 15 years in jail, the 4LE family sent him to Vice City to get a grip on the drug market there. Partly inspired by Tony Montana from Scarface and other iconic 1980s gangster film Big Shots, Tommy's got style. Ray Liotta lent his voice to Tommy, giving him all that depth and charisma. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Ray Liotta. In the game, Tommy goes from small-time crook to big-time mafia boss in Vice City. One of Tommy's first tasks is a drug deal that goes wrong. He loses both money and the goods. This marks the beginning of his rise to power in the city. Throughout the game, Tommy is involved in the killings of many key figures in Vice City's criminal world. These killings include both planned and spontaneous acts, often in response to threats or betrayals. Tommy participates in several heists, including a bank robbery. To establish his dominance in Vice City, Tommy extorts money from local businessmen and forces them to pay him for protection. In the game, Tommy regularly steals cars as part of completing various tasks and simply as a means of transportation around the city. Tommy takes part in several missions that require blowing up buildings. These acts of sabotage are part of his strategy to eliminate competitors and expand his influence in the city. At the end of the game, Tommy confronts Sonny Forelli and his men, leading to a large-scale shootout and Forelli's death. This secures Tommy's dominance in Vice City. Tommy Vicetti is a complex and multifaceted character. He evokes both sympathy and fear. His story and actions in the game reflect the cruel and ruthless world of organized crime in the 1980s. And there you have it, folks, our roundup of the top 5 most ruthless protagonists in the Grand Theft Auto series. Which GTA character do you think is the most ruthless? Did your favorite make the list? Let us know. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.